In this lesson, I want to talk about dead notes. So we're going to be learning some songs where you're going to have this articulation, you might call it, called a dead note, where you're not really playing a note, but you're playing a percussive sound on the strings. That is a dead note, that sound right there. So it's really used to create kind of rhythmic movement. And you'll hear it a lot, or I'll use it a lot when I'm playing like a reggae style beat. So, you know, if I wanted to do because I want to create some rhythm. If I don't use the dead notes, it sounds like this. And it just doesn't have, it doesn't move like it does if you keep the rhythm going. Okay, so how am I doing that? The dead note. Let's take a C. So we're playing a C chord. So I'm gonna mute the strings. I'm gonna with my whatever fingers are pressing down on the strings, I'm gonna lightly release them. I'm not gonna take them off the strings. I want it to deaden the note. That's pushing down. I'm just barely lifting off. Okay. Now, if you're playing a chord with open strings, you're gonna need to use your other fingers, lightly lay them across the strings, so it mutes them. So you don't hear that. You hear that. And then I'm just strumming the same way I always would. So when you want the chord to sound out, then you push your strings down and lift this finger off. And then the same goes for all the other chords. Now, like on a G, you can use your thumb to just kind of lightly mute this G string. And on the F, I'm laying my third finger across to mute those. And if we were playing like a bar chord, like a B major chord or something, it's really easy because there's no open strings to even worry about. All you have to do is press and release, press and release. So that's the dead note. You're just basically scratching. Some people refer to it as scratches on a stringed instrument or guitar. And you'll see this notated in tab with X's. So if you see X's, that's a dead note. Okay, so it's definitely a technique to practice. So I would practice just any random kind of chord progression, just real slow. Just kind of practice dead note, chord, dead note, chord, dead note, chord. Okay, so that's the lesson on dead notes.